Okay, so on the chat, I just listed the power hour. And
hi.
Do you want to mute everybody?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ah, look, terrible.
There we go.
Ah,
Look at your wild, fun hair.
I know, it's crazy. It won't do anything. I've been busy today.
Okay, in T-minus 2 seconds, you're going to be muted. 1, 2, mute. Stephanie, let me go back and unmute you. Let me find you. There you are. Okay, Stephanie is unmuted.
All right. Let me know when you record. Oh, you're recording. All right, we're on. So welcome to the Power Hour. This is going to be a fast-moving Power Hour. We're going to start right now. I'm going to set my timer for 6 minutes, and we are going to take the next 6 minutes to post on all of our social media platforms. What I would suggest is go to your camera roll, post the last photo of yourself, either a selfie, if you have a motivational quote that's ready to go out, just something like a little bit prepared if you can. If this is your first time on, you should have some sort of literature that you've got like ready to rock and roll for your post. If you have questions, maybe you could do like the raise your hand or just put it right here on the chat. Can you hear me, Kaye? Because someone's saying they can't hear.
You perfectly.
Okay, cool. All right, so we're just going to go ahead and just post on our social media platforms. The timer's starting now. And if you just recently posted and you're kind of like, well, I just did that, you can never go wrong with interacting on Instagram or on Facebook.
Stephanie, maybe you can, for people that it's their first time, maybe give them like an idea of what they should be posting, give them a couple of clues, just because this is for some people the first time.
Yeah, and if you're so new, you guys like post like the fun that you're having in this business, you know, how you're so excited. I say go through your camera roll real fast, and if you're not much of a selfie person, then you should really start taking photos because people on Instagram love selfies. So definitely go through your camera roll. Another thing that we love to post is motivation. I feel like there's so much negativity out there through social media. Like, why not be like that positive person where someone really wants to follow you? Because remember, your social media platform is like your commercial. So people are either going to turn you on or turn you off. So I want you to think about that when you're posting. I don't post any before and after photos, really, to be honest with you. I just feel like I'm more like, I want people to see my lifestyle. I want them to see that I'm having fun. So think about that when you're posting. And I'm not saying don't post about the products, of course, but instead of maybe posting like, you know, post about a product that you love. Post a photo of you holding the product. Those are great photos. So verbiage wise, just to share a little bit. So everybody's lifestyle is different. If you're new at this business, a great photo would be you holding $25 cash after you wrap someone and the excitement in your face. That would be a great photo. Maybe your grocery cart full at Target and you just paid with wrapped cash. That would be a great photo to post on social media. Today, I was literally at the park with my son, and my husband took a great photo of us like together, you know, like, so photos like that, like take family photos. Don't be afraid to take photos. I know some people go, I don't like taking photos. Well, you better get used to it in this business, because if you're going to run it on social media, you need to. So we've got 3 minutes left. Don't get discouraged if you don't. Someone asked, what would you say if someone's just getting started and they're getting discouraged for not getting a lot of feedback? That's okay. People are watching. And usually at the beginning, they're not going to give you a lot of feedback, especially if they're your friends. They're kind of watching you. But that's what you're on the Power Hour for, because this is going to help you. Like, you're doing this with us tonight. Maybe you're going to do your own Power Hour a different time because maybe this hour isn't working for you. But the whole idea is that you do Power Hour every day so that you start to build a following. And it really keeps you on track. I'm so like, I'm easily distracted. So like, for instance, like I'll be sitting here working and then I'm like, I'm thirsty. I need to go get a drink of water. And then I'm like, oh, I left the clothes in the washer. I got to go put them in the dryer. Like, Power Hour is like, we're not going anywhere. We're sitting right here for the hour. There's no distractions. I personally, my favorite thing to do is have my computer on for the Power Hour and use my phone to work the Power Hour. But I sometimes do go through my computer, and I'll let you know at certain points where I feel like it's just easier to work through the computer. But for the beginning half of our Power Hour, we're going to work through Instagram. Instead of bouncing back and forth, we'll kind of stick to one platform. So we're going to go in 1 minute just directly to Instagram. Cool. Huh. Someone's asking what's a good post to lock in those DTs. Keep talking about the business opportunity. I mean, here's the thing. If you lead with the business, you can always fall back on the product. If you lead with the product and they don't become your customer, then it's kind of hard to backtrack and say, hey, we have this amazing business opportunity. Okay, so we're on the first task. We're done right now. The timer just went off. So we're going to move on to our second task, which is for the next, we're just going to take 3 minutes right here and we're going to unfollow on Instagram, which I use an app to do my unfollowing. I have an iPhone, so I use the app Followers. I know some people that have Androids. There's a different one. I think it's like Followers Plus or something. If you have never used an application to unfollow people, it's very helpful when you start to build that following up, because you will cap out once you hit, I believe, 7,500 followers. So in order to keep bringing that number down as you're bringing people in, you have to unfollow people. So what I do, and I'm loading mine right now on followers. It's just loading. As soon as it loads, it's going to tell me, it's saying that I have 248 people that are not following me back. So I click on that list. And then I go to the top, there's 3 little dots. And if you click on that, you can sort by oldest to newest. So now I am unfollowing people that haven't followed me back in at least probably 2 to 5 days at least. I don't think, does Crowdfire still work? Somebody said that Crowdfire, but I used to use that app. I don't think it's available anymore. And if at any time you guys, like, things are popping up, like you see a message come through on your phone or on your computer, ignore them, please, because we want you to stay focused and on task for what we're doing. And right now we are unfollowing. And we only have 3 minutes to do that. So if you have more than one platform, you've got to, you can do it pretty quick. I just hit up to 60 on the unfollow. That's how many they'll let you do an hour. And if you're new and you haven't even like started to follow people, we're going to get to that. And I just want to mention, like, if this is your first time, like, don't get scared. Promise me you're going to come back, because the first Power Hour I did was like a couple months ago, and I was like a deer in the headlight. I was like, I have no idea what's going on. And, you know, I've been doing this business for a long time. So I totally get it if you're on right now and you're going like, this is scary. But you know what? It's going to get you out of your comfort zone. Yeah, you can unfollow directly from Instagram. It's just that when you do, I don't think you'll know who was your oldest to newest, and then you have to like scroll, I think, all the way to the bottom, and I haven't done that in a long time. If your app didn't allow you to do more than, I guess somebody said that their app only allowed them to unfollow 15 people, it's probably because they want you to get the updated, like the pay one. Um, a couple days ago, Followers Pro allowed me to upgrade for free. So I jumped on that. All right, there's our timer. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to move on to our next task, which is the third task of the evening. We're going to stay on Instagram and we are going to comment and interact with new friends on Instagram. So if you don't know how to do that, go to your Instagram page. Some things have recently changed. Go to your Instagram page, click on, come on, the little heart, and it'll say like following, and it'll say you right next to it. On there, it's going to show you who started following you most recently. So it'll say like so-and-so started following you. Just make sure they're not like a marketer or another It Works rep, but you don't, because you don't want to like, I don't know. I don't like to follow a bunch of It Works reps because I feel like I get confused. So I ghost follow people, which is where I can go to their page and look at what they're posting, but I'm not following them. So we're just interacting. And when we say interact, it is not about interacting necessarily about the wrap business. Like, hey, did you know I do the wraps? It's more like, oh my gosh, love your hair. Where did you get those glasses? You're interacting, but be genuine and be you. I can't really give you verbiage for this because I just feel like you don't want it to be scripted. You want it to be more natural. So we're just taking like 6 minutes to do that and have fun. And I just want to make a note because it's so easy to hit the like button instead of commenting. When you hit the like button, a like is like a high five. A comment is like a hug. Like when you comment on people's pages, they will go back and they will most likely look at your page. Do you want them to turn your commercial on or off? Does it look like a commercial? Do they know right away that you're just trying to sell them something? Or do they go, wow, this girl has fun. I want to follow her. Or guy. Okay, sorry. Where to go for most recent followers? Go to the heart. If you guys didn't catch that, go to the heart and it'll say following and it'll say you. There's just two columns now. So it'll show you who recently started. If you go to the following, it'll say who recently started following you. And then you can click on them. And then you can also see if you're following them back. Yeah, somebody asked a question and said, do we want to follow everyone back? Except of course, like the marketers or other It Works peeps. Sure. I mean, as long as they're like a legit person, I'm like, absolutely. The only time like I don't follow people back is, I mean, here's the thing. I like to market to women. So I love following women. I don't follow kids. I won't follow men. I just feel like I'm marketing to women. Ask questions. Like if you comment on someone's photo, like ask a question. What color is that lipstick? What city are you moving to? Oh my gosh, I love your new house. I mean, like you're interacting. Okay, somebody asked if I keep my profile public. I do, but there was a long period of time that I was private. It's really just preference. What's going to happen is that if you're private, when people go to accept your request, they really can't see much about you when you're private. So it's really going to be your preference. If you're planning on doing this through your business through social media, know that you're going to kind of put yourself out there. People say, "Oh, I don't want people to see my kids, my house, my this, my that," and I'm like, "Well, then you're not going to really work it through social media." Just under a minute left. Okay, timer just went off. We're moving on to the next task. We're going to stay on Instagram and we're going to follow now. So just some recommendations for, who do I follow? Where do I go? There's a couple options. If this is, if you're just coming into Instagram and you're just starting to, like right now, everybody that you follow is just like your personal friends. My recommendation is like go to their friends list and, don't friend all of their friends, because if they end up signing up to be a distributor, then you've just tapped into all their warm market. But I would say follow like maybe like 10 from one friend, 10 from another friend. I cap off and stop at 60. I know sometimes the system will let you go more, but I just want to stay out of like the red flag area. So I always count to 60. That's just my rule of thumb. Another way to search for people is, where do you want to market your business? What I do is I go to the search button, that little like magnifying glass. And if you click on search, you can search by people or places. So let's say I want to search by places. And let's say there's a local Fleming's restaurant in your area that you want to market to people there. So let's say you click on Fleming's, and it's going to show you who's tagged themselves in a post there. Well, clearly they're local if they're there. So you can do that. You can click on places, but let's say you want to build your business internationally and you want to search places in the UK, places in Spain. You can search places out there. Now, I know a lot of people tend to search like salons and spas, and this is my recommendation. You don't have to do that. And here's why. Every other It Works rep is looking for salons and spas. So be more specific to what your likes are so that you have that common interest. So when you start interacting with people, it's like it makes sense. Like I love following women that have small kids or they're pregnant, because every time they post, I feel like I can relate. I can like, oh yeah, girl, like I get it. So that's just me. Those are just some recommendations. Three and a half minutes left. And please be sure just to stay on task with us. I know it's easy to get distracted. Start looking at messages that are coming through, because guess what? You're interacting and people are now getting back to you, but we're not even paying attention to that right now. I like finding like little like hidden gems. Like, okay, so for instance, like don't go following places like my place, okay? 'Cause I'm already following everybody. But like there's this place in my town. It's like a small little it's like a playground for just toddlers. And I look up the location and like everyone that's tagged themselves, like I'm going through and I'm liking their photo and then I'm adding them as a friend. And if they go to my page, they'll see that I'm local. And they have small children. I have small child, you know, like, so that common interest really helps. Carrie asked a question. So when someone asks if I can tell them more, do I have like a specific info? So, well, honestly, if somebody reaches out to me, whether it's about the business or the product, I always say, I would love to chat with you. Um, can you text me? It's way easier to chat. And I put my cell phone number because I feel like I don't have a solid lead until I have a phone number. Does that make sense? I try to keep things simple. Okay, we're done there with that task. And now, okay, so we followed for, we're just gonna do this really quickly. We're gonna now move over to our Facebook platform and we are gonna unfollow anyone that hasn't added us back as a friend. Now, this may be all new to you because I remember when I did my first power hour, I was like, what? How do you do that? I've never done that before. You can, like, there's a list. I didn't even know it was possible. So let's just, I'm gonna run through it real quick. We're only gonna do that for 3 minutes. If you've never done it before, don't freak out. Stay with me. I have a small child in the background. I apologize. It's okay. Okay, so you can go over. Actually, hold on. Let me see if I can do it from my phone. I can't remember. Give me 1 second. Okay, I remember now. Okay, so go to your friends on Facebook from your phone and then go to outgoing. And that's going to show you everyone that has not accepted your friend request on Facebook. So here's why this matters. You don't want to like, when the first time I did this, I had probably like, I'm not even kidding you, like thousands of people. I never knew that you could, I'm not even kidding, over the years that I had accumulated. So what you want to do is, it doesn't go by like newest to oldest. They're kind of all scrambled all over. I don't do it at every power hour because I just do it once or twice a week because I'm only adding like 20 people a day compared to, I might be adding 300 a day from Instagram. So with Facebook, I would recommend only adding about 20 to 50, but right now we're not doing that. Right now we're unfollowing. So if you need to do that, go ahead. If you don't need to do that, let's say there's nobody in your queue. I'm not going to do it right now. Then you could just interact on Facebook, interact with your friends, or if you have any people on a list. If you haven't done that, that's something that we're going to get into next. So I'm just going to kind of explain a little bit about that. A list is somewhere on Facebook where you can create a list where it'll show you just those people on. So instead of showing you everyone that is on your, like you may have like 3,000 friends, but let's say like 2,000 of them, or not 2,000, let's say like a bunch of them are It Works distributors. You don't want to market to them. So if you create a list on Facebook, and the way to do that is pick someone on your friends list. Like, let's say that somebody on your friends, you're like, yeah, she hasn't signed up as a customer or distributor, and I've been like, I want her on my team. What you would do is you would click on the friendship and it'll say add to list. The only way to do it is from your computer. So when I do this part, I do it from the computer, just so you know. Okay, 30 seconds left to unfollow anybody that hasn't followed you back or hasn't accepted your friend request, because it's a little different on Facebook then. So for the friends, somebody was asking, where do you go? So you go to your friends list, and then if you're on your phone, you go to outgoing. Outgoing are requests that you've sent people to be your friend and they have not accepted you. Okay, that's where you would go, and it'll say undo, and you just go undo, 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 undo. I only do it once a week, so basically I give people a week to accept my request. Otherwise, I'm deleting it. And sometimes like this happens, you end up requesting the same person twice. Oh well, whatever, it happens. Okay, next task on Facebook. I'm going to give you two options. There's two ways to do this next one. You can either you can message new Facebook friends and add them to your list, what I just talked about, or I'm going to give you the next 6 minutes to message people on your chicken list. And if that means messaging them through Facebook, great. Maybe you want to send them a text message. I'm going to put some verbiage on the side and I'm going to read it, because when we go back on the recording, you're not able to sometimes see it. So give me 1 second, but I have set the timer. So make your choice what you want to do. One second. I put it on my wrong list, so I got to go to my computer. Okay, sorry about that. I'm coming back. Okay. So I went ahead and posted, this would be like for people that are on your chicken list. And it says, what's it going to take to get you on my team? Okay, this one said, again, meaning like I've reached out to this person before, so you can customize it to what you want. If I could do this with anyone, and I mean anyone, I want that person to be you. I'm working with a small group of women who want to make a $5,000 to $10,000 bonus that my company just released. Crazy bonuses. So again, you can reword it to your wording. I don't like go copy paste. I'm very selective with who I'm sending that out to. But this is where Power Hour gets so much fun, because you're going to do something that you wouldn't normally do by yourself. You wouldn't message people and, chicken list. Let's get it going. 4 minutes left. hey.
I got you back, Stephanie.
I'm so sorry. The baby started making noise in the background, so I muted myself, not realizing that I couldn't unmute myself. And I was like, uh-oh. Okay, which is perfect. Guess what?
Focused on the task. I didn't see this.
It's all good, girl. We didn't miss anything. We just went off. That literally the timer just went off, so we're good. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and we're going to take the next couple minutes and we are going to post on Facebook groups that you are in or add yourself to new groups. And when I say post on pages, I don't mean go to any pages that you're on and say, hey, did you know I sell the wraps? It's more like something that would make sense. So, and if you're not on many group pages, I would say take this next 6 minutes to add yourself to pages that you have common interests with. Another great way to find things, it's so weird, like Facebook knows what you like, and so it'll pop up like on the side of your screen. Like you may have went shopping for like a new pair of shoes online, and then all of a sudden that shoe is showing up on the side of the screen. You ever notice that? Okay, so you can actually click on those pages and people that maybe have shopped that same product can interact with people. I never add somebody on Facebook as a friend until I've interacted with them. And then if we start a conversation, then I will friend them. So go ahead and take, we've got less than 5.5 minutes left.
Stephanie, what would you suggest that everyone post in a group?
I would suggest that they interact right now if they don't have anything to necessarily post. So like, for instance, last week I was interacting on like a community page for my city, and somebody had mentioned something that it related to me, and I just made a comment, and we started going back and forth. I ended up meeting that girl last week. So you just never know like who you're going to meet. It doesn't necessarily have to be a post. It could be more of like a comment.
Got it.
Buy sell pages. Somebody asked, what about buy sell pages? If you're interacting, that's cool, but you're never going to post about your wrap business on those pages. Any kind of pages like that are like everything but the kitchen sink, they kind of like cheapen the product, I feel. So we're not supposed to post on those anyway. So I just feel like my gear is more like, what's your interest? What's your hobbies? So, Kaye, you probably can relate to this. I think we're on a couple of different mommy groups. Mm-hmm. So, and I've seen Kaye post in there. So I know what she's doing. She's building rapport and relationships with people. So it's like, that's what we do, people. It's kind of like genius. And another thing too, you can go to the search bar at the top and you can type in what your interests are. So for instance, I don't know if she's on tonight. I'm not sure, but I signed up a gal a couple weeks ago who's hearing impaired. And I asked her if she was on any groups that have, like common interest. And she's like, I don't think they have any. And I'm all, girl, you better search. Like they have some. And now she's starting to interact with all these people that, are also hearing impaired. So, like sometimes like, it could be anything in life, if you have a child that, is autistic, then you should be looking at like groups of moms that, like are going through the same kind of things. Like my dad has cancer. Like I want to connect with people that are going through those same emotions, like what are things that are just common interests for you? Maybe it's a sport, maybe it's hiking, groups, mommy groups. I mean, just get really creative. Okay, timer went off. We have just one more task to do, okay? We are gonna add 20 new friends on Facebook. So we're just gonna take 3 minutes to do that. And I kind of already talked about how you can do that. Through Instagram, I talked about it. So through Facebook, here's what's different on Facebook. Do not just add people that you have no common friends. Suggested list works really well. If you actually go to any of your friends list, it'll suggest people to you. So again, you don't want to probably go to a friend that's an It Works rep, because then you're going to get a bunch of It Works reps that are going to come through the suggestion. And the more you do this power hour, you're going to see that less It Works distributors will pop up in your feed as suggestions anyways, because you're adding all these new people in daily. So 20 to 50 daily. We're just doing 20 right now. Someone asked, can you also do it through Discover People as well? Is that this for this question? I'm not sure. I wasn't paying attention to the chat, but I really only do it through mutual friends because I want to make sure that I have at least one mutual friend. And I usually only add people that I have multiple. This is just like, I don't know why, but people in the UK are so much more friendly than the US. I don't know why. But I started adding people in the UK, like that was a mutual friend of one of mine. And now I have like 40, 50 mutual friends with like a lot of these people. And they probably are like, who the heck is Stephanie? But I comment on all their stuff and they're always interacting with me. And they're so nice. So you never know who you might meet. Okay, so somebody asked if they send you a message and ask how you know them, how do you start like the It Works convo? I don't really start the It Works convo. If somebody asks like, how do I know you? I usually just say something very short along the lines like, I love following people locally. If I'm following someone, if I know they're local. If it's somebody in the UK, this is like my famous line. I say, oh, my dad's from the UK. I love following people in the UK. And you look like I'll make a comment, give them a compliment. And they're usually like, oh, thanks. Like if you compliment, people are like, they're fine. So you don't need to say like, oh, I do It Works and I'm looking to network. Like you don't have to make it like that. You could just be like, I'm just looking to meet people, like I love following people. I love your page. That's it. Okay, so we did go a couple minutes over. I apologize. I don't know what happened there, but this is usually the time where I tell people to go ahead and check your messages, reply to anyone that got back to you during the power hour, and you could share with us. I know we're all muted right now, so if Kaye wants to unmute everyone in a minute, she can do that. But that's really it, Kaye. Do you have any questions?
I unmuted everybody. If you want to take yourself out, you can.
which was rejected by 3 different federal courts, and then he had to take the resignation of his trying to shield the president. Trying and a mess. Also, out of control.
Caramba. Huh?
They had no way to go. Don't know who's running the government. The president calling it a ruse or a scam perpetrated by the media. I am nothing in Russia. I have don't have any dealings in Russia. Even I can say President Trump responds to Russian aggression.
I muted everyone. Somebody said they had a question about conference, but
The East Coast and late Thursday. Security advisor of Tyler Price turned down about CBS News, the White House.
Also will be continuing for labor secretary to replace his spouse and executive.
Ready, and you can unmute if you want to.
The bone.
Okay, everyone's muted. I'm gonna unmute Stephanie. You guys can all unmute yourselves if you want to be unmuted. I think that will help with the background noise.
yes, much better.
Oh,
Okay.
Democrats argued it could eliminate thousands of
Somebody else unmuted themselves again. It's really loud. Okay, it went off. Okay, I think we're good. Okay, so somebody asked a question. Do you try to avoid adding people that are already small business owners? I have a lot of people who are with other companies. When you say small business owners, do you mean like they're doing network marketing? I mean, here's the thing. If they're doing another network marketing company, I usually don't follow them because here's the way I think of it. I don't want somebody marketing to me. I love my company, and I used to be flattered when people would offer me their business opportunity, but now it just downright pisses me off. I'm like, I take offense to it. I'm like, I'm successful here. I'm not going anywhere. So I just kind of stay. There's plenty of people out there in the world. You don't really need to, but if they're a business owner, sure. If they're a business owner, storefront.
Steph,
Yeah.
it's Viri. I think about that thing about the follow people from network marketing. I think I don't want to do something they do to me.
Yep.
Yeah, because I built something. I built someone, and someone came and talked cute to them. I don't want to. No, I don't want to do that.
I mean, if somebody follows me from another network marketing company, I don't go block them. I mean, if they want to follow. But I'm not going to turn around and follow them back because here's the thing. They may be watching my page and see all the positivity and all the good vibes and go, man, I want to be on her team. That's what you want. Like, I love when people connect with me and they go, I chose you because I feel like I know you. Do people know you when they look at your social media pages? Again, you're being vulnerable, but you've got to if you feel like you don't want to give out too much information, here's my recommendation. Let's say you go out, you take a photo, you want to post it that you're there. Post it the next day, then nobody knows you're there. I mean, for security reasons, if you're worried about posting where you're at, that's what some people do. Any other questions?
Me again.
Sorry. Okay, this was about the conference, the retain to maintain. I just want to know, like, what you use to keep up with your loyal customers, like if you send out thank you cards or brochures and stuff like that.
I try to stay in contact with my loyal customers as much as I can, but sometimes like I myself, like I'll be like, oh darn, I didn't call that person. But what I do try to do is as soon as they sign up, I send them a catalog because I feel like it's something tangible that they can actually look through. And I think a handwritten card goes like so far, even if it's just like on like a folded piece of paper. People really appreciate something like handwritten. And then follow up, you should probably keep a list at the beginning, I believe that a list can do really well, pen and paper or maybe an Excel sheet. And as your business grows, there are platforms that you can use, like databases to follow up with people. But I don't know how long you've been doing this, but at the beginning, you don't really need that. I think pen and paper would be just fine.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, me, Stephanie. Okay,
Yeah.
the list for the contact list. You say you doing the groups, right? Like from Spain, some blah 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 blah. Okay, the people, the list. You say, okay.
Uh-huh.
I always program schedule my post like from Buffer or Cincher. But if I do in the list, they can see, everybody can see it, but not from one list.
Mm-hmm.
So do you think it's a good idea, the list for me?
Because are you saying that if you have the list, you can't use Buffer with it?
No. Yes, and you know what? As Buffer for me and Cincher, I pay $10 a month. I doing Cincher every day.
Right.
Save
Well,
my life.
I still think the lists are going to be useful to you, because if you have a list and say that there's like a list of people that you want to market to, like say that would be great on the product, and then a BOGO comes out, you can market to just those people. And you can also interact. I really like it for interacting less than posting. I do it to interact. So instead of me seeing 3,200 of all my Facebook friends, I see 450 people that are on my list. And now I'm interacting with those people. So it's really, you can use it just for interacting.
Yeah, I would say I would piggyback on that. You should really, because we always say posting isn't asking, right? Mm-hmm. Posting is bringing awareness. So if you are taking the time to go in and utilize those lists so that, like Stephanie said before, I like it that, I'll go to my list and it's not just it works people that I'm seeing, because that's so much of who we interact with on a daily basis from our team and our team pages and whatnot, that I can go to my list and I can see all my potentials, whether they be customers or potential DTs, and go in and interact. And that's where you like and comment and really focus on creating that connection with those people through this list. And that's how you can really utilize your time better in that platform.
That's good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Steph, I have a question.
Sure.
If I'm going to my general feed, so I know how to add, sorry, I don't know what I just did. I minimized you guys. If I'm going to my general feed, where do I just find my list real quick?
You can only do it from your computer, not your phone.
Yeah, I'm on my computer, but I'm like, am I not finding?
So
Okay.
you created it already.
Do I go to like my general like page, like my home page, or am I going to my
Home. So under home, you know how it says shortcuts, like on the side?
Let me see, hold on. Info more.
No, do you have like a little like column?
Says view. Oh yeah. Okay, view. Okay, hold on. I see. Hold on, right here. So like most recent pages, moments, messenger, blah blah blah.
Do you see anything that says explore? I could send you a photo of what it looks like on my computer.
I don't want to keep people on too long, but yeah, if you can just send, because now I'm like, okay, I made a list. Now where the heck is it? Yeah.
Okay.
Just
I'll
so
do a screenshot.
I'm all new to Facebook, peeps. Working
I
this.
hear you. Okay. I took a picture of it. I'll text it to you.
Okay. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Can you send it to me too?
You know what, I'm not seeing mine anymore.
Well, where'd it go?
Yeah, I don't know either. So I don't know if you want to take a moment to share that with everyone.
You know what?
Friends list. There we go. Okay. This is okay. So, go to on your home page.
Okay.
On Facebook. Click home.
Okay.
Go to under explore. It should maybe probably look like this: events, groups, pages, photos, friends list.
Okay.
Do you see that? Friends list.
What's recent? Explore. What was it? Explore.
Under explore.
Apps, friends, see all friends, pages. Oh, I don't know where the heck it is. Hold on, let me see. Let me just see if I can even look it up. I went to where it's like most, is it the one that's like most recent pages, moments, or no? Am I in the wrong area? Describe who you are, update info, activity log, more. That's my actual home.
I just click home, and on the left-hand column, it has, Kaye Sowder, newsfeed, messenger, shortcuts, and under shortcuts, it's got like my groups. And then under that, it says explore, and then events, groups, pages, photos, friends list, saved, fundraisers.
Oh, you know what? I don't have it. I see where it says.
What kind of computer do you have?
Apple.
Me too, so that's weird.
It's okay. Just screenshot it.
I sent it to you.
Yeah, I'll figure it out.
And I sent it to you, Annette, too.
Thank you.
Thank you. Love it. We're working together.
Oh, you want me to screen share it? Let me see if I can. I'm not sure, because I'm not, I guess I could. Hold on.
Can you screen share?
I'm trying.
If not, I can.
No. I don't know if it's going to let me.
Here, let me do it. I'll do it real quick, you guys. Screen share screen. Wait. This. I think it did work. Oh, there you go. You're sharing.
You know what it is? I'm looking at a different view of my Facebook, and Annette, you might be too. Like, it's showing me my Facebook like a full screen. It's not showing me like that little sidebar.
No, I can't do it from here anyway. It's not showing, but now it is?
No, I just have to figure out how to like change my view. Like the one how you sent me with the, like how it has it on.
Hang on here. I'm going to do it. Hi, can you see my Facebook? Yep.
Yes. There you go. Yeah, so I'm not seeing this little sidebar. I gotta figure out.
See this?
Yeah.
Right here, friends list. Boom.
My people.
People.
That's another thing too, is like Kaye, tell people that they should name it like something like generic.
I just name it something fun. It's like my people. Like it's just something fun for me. Or it could be your goal. It could be, you could name it like, Triple Diamond Team. And it could be, just be something fun like that for you that just inspires you. But anyway, there you see.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, you know what? I got to run. I have a Zoom that I have to jump on right now.
I know. I just realized I got to pick up my kid. He's calling. Whoops.
But this was fun.
I have another power hour with my Latino team.